When we talk about receptors of carbon monoxide, it is pretty important to know that if carbon monoxide influences the responsiveness of the respiratory chemoreflex, because carbon monoxide is really prevalent. Carbon monoxide plays important role in our neurological system as a chemical messenger. There has been a lot of findings about carbon monoxide, and they show that carbon monoxide can act as a neurotransmitter in our brain. Um, the findings show that the carotid body includes heme oxygenase 2, which is an enzyme that synthesizes carbon monoxide, where we talked about the pathway. The heme was the on the top of the scheme, which was the source, and that inhibits the enzyme that affects, for example, sensory activity in the carotid body, which you can see in this picture over on this presentation, that carotid artery is the source where the carbon monoxide is transported into the body and influences um, the system by this receptor. Another receptor for carbon monoxide is hemoglobin, which reacts with carbon monoxide when the carbon monoxide enters the body and is inhibiting the gas ingestion and transmission. Carbon monoxide stays in our body for a really long period of time because hemoglobin is attaching to it, and they have really strong bonds between each other. Carbon monoxide has caused very many health problems, but the most common is the reduction of the gas transfer to our vital organs, mainly heart and lungs. And carbon monoxide can also affect different people, but mostly people with cardiovascular diseases. The reason why people with cardiovascular diseases are more prone to carbon monoxide poisoning is because they can get heart failure easier when they're exposed to the carbon monoxide toxins. There are some other receptors shown in this picture, which include the muscles, which are intercostal muscles, heart muscles, and muscle in small arteries, which can have different effects on our breathing, heart rate, and blood vessels as vasoconstriction. When talking about control of carbon monoxide in the environment, I'm going to start talking about the carbon monoxide alarms. This electrochemical sensing technology is installed in our homes to ensure the safety of the people living in this area. These alarms are designed to be temperature and humidity stable, and carbon monoxide is the only gas that is present in households. It really easily reacts because it's really stable, such as liquid. That is a control within our homes. There is another control that certain organizations do to help their workers or residents from carbon monoxide poisoning. So the engineering controls are certain things that they do to reduce carbon monoxide exposure. They do a local exhaust ventilation system to decrease exposure to carbon monoxide. It helps workers to breathe normally when the system removes this toxic carbon monoxide from the place where they work and they spend most of their times. There is also exhaust fans that they can be installed in the businesses um, that can alert the residents or the workers to the toxic gas. There is certain things such as personal protective equipment that workers use, as well as instruments to test the air and other equipment to make sure that their employees and employers are safe where they work. So that's the control in the environment where carbon monoxide is possible to occur. So when we talk about control of carbon monoxide in the human body, the most important cell is red blood cell. The red blood cells in our bodies, their role is to carry oxygen throughout the body, right? So if we ensure that enough oxygen is in all of our organs, and the exceed oxygen absorption is going to speed up the carbon monoxide absorption as well, and it's going to help us get rid of the carbon monoxide. With higher and more amount of oxygen, the carbon monoxide is going to be excluded easier. With high levels of carbon monoxide in our system, it will suffocate the oxygen that it's circulating throughout the system, and having too much carbon dioxide in system will prevent organs such as brain and our heart from receiving or from being poisoned too much by carbon monoxide. So having enough carbon dioxide is going to help us get rid of carbon monoxide easier and more effectively. Thank you for your attention and have a great day.